Welcome everybody. Thank you for buying this download. I'm going to show you guys how to paint from a sketch. So here's a sketch I created just on paper with a regular pen with a Bic blue ballpoint, your most basic of pens. And I'm grabbing a new layer now, filling it with black and lowering the opacity so that I can essentially kind of knock it back a little bit, and by grabbing a new layer I can paint on top of that layer. So this is just one of the many methods I'm going to show you guys on how to paint from your sketch. So basically by adding that black, I've added just essentially a wash over it, a darker wash, in which I can then paint in the lights and push the darks. If you're painting right on a white sketch, you have really nowhere to go. You're at full white of the paper. So you're trying to simulate, say, tone paper. If you draw on, say, newsprint, you're already starting with a medium tone. So like right now, I can add these nice little highlights and bring out the lights in the scene. So that's definitely a good way to work. So I'm painting right on the sketch, and again, this is one of the many ways of creating a painting from a sketch. Point being is that you want to preserve your lines. You put all this time into your sketch, and you want to show some of that in the final product. So the more time you put into the sketch, then the less time you really need to paint it, ideally. So now I got a new layer. I set it to overlay, or you can set it to color or multiply. There's several different ways of doing it. There's no right or wrong way. And this allows me to just lay in this color that you're seeing right now. I'm able to, again, see the line work, and basically by getting a new layer, setting it to overlay or color or multiply or soft light, any one of those is going to essentially let you see what's underneath. So I'm just continuing to pick just base colors and adding them to these overlay and soft light layers. You can see that I continually flip the image just to check composition and to check proportions. You're checking a lot of things in flipping, even though when you finish your piece and you post it or something, it's obviously going to be just one way. But by flipping the image, it's really going to help you a lot in checking your painting, checking for errors and things like that. So you'll notice me flip a lot. So what I'm doing now is I'm changing the scanned drawing to black and white using hue saturation. And now I'm going into channels, and what I can do now in channels is basically select, in this case, just the line work. It's selecting all of the dark pixel information there. So again, you can go up into Window, up at the top of Photoshop, Window, Channels, and if you Control or Command click, depending on if you're using a PC, inside any one of those channel windows, it's going to select the line for you. And this is a huge advantage of working with digital, because now I can paint underneath this drawing and still really preserve the drawing. And then I can, this is a great way of colorizing the line. So some people like to have their line, the actual line work, be colored. So I'm going to show you guys that as well. And I'll be repeating this again on the next few sketches. But now, this is a little sped up here. I'm basically painting underneath the sketch and basically painting in just the overall silhouettes of these characters.